Hi, good morning, folks. It's Jen here, back with another deep dive. This is our second deep dive, first one being Depeche Mode. I have got a deep dive playlist, so they'll all be going in there, and they're happening like a couple a month, hopefully. That's the plan. I mean, that may not always happen, but I'm trying. I'm trying to do that. Yeah. So. I hope that doesn't. I thought I'd do the Doors. As you can see, I know this band, obviously, but I don't know them that well because they were before my time. Believe it or not, I know that's hard to believe. Going on, they formed before I was born, and really, it all took place before I was old enough to really appreciate music. Anyway, and by the time I got to my teens, it was 80s music then for me, and I didn't really delve into any older stuff until I was older. So I know the Doors, and definitely know 4 tracks. Now there may be more, and some of the ones I've picked may be part of that. I don't know until I hear them, but I don't recognise them from the name. But Break On Through to the Other Side, People Are Strange, Light My Fire, and Riders on the Storm. Those 4, of course, those I really know. Now the ones I've picked are actually from the top 10 most listened to, and that's on YouTube and things like that. So they're taken from a variety of albums, and I've picked them out of that top 10, so I may well have heard of them, but I don't recognise the title, so we'll see. So anyway, I can't believe how prolific they were in the short time they had between forming and Jim Morrison sadly passing, that they actually had 9 studio albums, which is crazy. That's crazy. In the 6 years that they were together, 9 studio albums, only 6 with Jim Morrison, and they all hit the top 10, the ones with him, and then the other 3, I think they had 2 more albums and an instrumental backdrop to Jim Morrison's poetry, because that was what he was to start with. He wasn't planning on being a singer. So yeah, back in 65 in LA, I think that's when they first formed. But Morrison and Ray Manzarek. So Jim Morrison vocals, Ray Manzarek keyboards, Robbie Krieger on guitar, and John Densmore on drums. And back at UCLA's film school is where Morrison and Manzarek actually met. But then they met again in LA on the beach in Venice, California in the summer of 65. And Ray got him to join his band, which was at the time called Rick and the Ravens, and they got him on the strength of his poetry. He was invited to join as a singer, so he wasn't going to be a singer. He was doing his poetry. So I've gleaned this information. This may be new to you, but it's definitely new information to me. I didn't know when they formed or how they formed. Krieger and Densmore joined after that, and they decided to change the name. And it's taken from Aldous Huxley's book, The Doors of Perception, which was also based on a poem by William Blake. So there you go. And they got signed to Elektra, and off they went. They had a legendary gig at Whiskey A Go Go on the Sunset Strip, and that's when they got signed to Elektra. And yeah, first album came out. So I said like 6 studio albums in the time that Morrison was alive, but actually it wasn't even in that 6-year period. It was the first album came out in 67. They had 2 albums in 67, and I've taken 2 tracks from those albums. So yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So the first track we're going to listen to is going to be the longest, and I didn't realise until I picked it that how long it was. So you're going to have to bear with me, and we will have a few stops in between, just because I'm not sure whether we're going to get hit. We're going to get hit with copyright strikes and stuff. I'm hoping not. I've got enough covers over. Let's just switch screens, because it's going to be the end, and it's from their first album, which is titled The Doors. That was 1967, a very good year, I must say, because that was the year I was born. So I've got my overlay up. I've got the visualizer up, the waveform visualizer. So hopefully it worked for Depeche Mode. I'm hoping it works for this one, and it's enough to cover it. Now, some of the quality of these videos may not be brilliant. I've tried to find live versions rather than just listening to the lyrical albums. So I think one's from their actual channel, and the other three are from fan channels. But I've tried to find live versions because I think that's going to be more entertaining to actually watch them. So yeah, this one, the Doors album called The End. This is from the Hollywood Bowl in 1968. So let's give it a go. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Here we go.
Keep the lights off, man.
Well, that's right.
Come on, turn the lights off, man. Turn them way down. Hey, Mr. Lightman. You gotta turn those lights way down, man.
They were a bit bright.
Hey, I'm not kidding. You gotta turn the lights down.
Sorry, I just bashed my mic then.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, turn them down. They're too bright for us.
Oh, what a weekend. This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend. The end of our elaborate plans. The end of everything that stands. The end. No safety or surprise. The end. I'll never look into your eyes again. Can you picture what will be? So limitless and free, desperately in need of some stranger's hand in a desperate land.
I don't think I've heard it. It doesn't really sound familiar. I wish I had the lyrics up for this one. I have for the rest. I have got captions available, but he's singing clearly enough that they can hear them anyway. So I'm assuming that he wrote. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That because he's done poetry, that he is writing the lyrics for these. And I don't think I've read anywhere who actually is producing, who is writing the actual music, whether he's just doing poems and they are producing music to it, setting music to it. I don't know. And I didn't think about it. I should have looked, shouldn't I? But I didn't. So yeah, let me know if you know. If you're Doors fans out there, I'm sure you'll have more knowledge than me about them. As I said, I've got very superficial knowledge from some of their hits that everybody's listened to. He's got a great voice live, hasn't he? And he's got great stage presence as well. And I was thinking how young he is, because in 68, he was in 44 he was born, wasn't he? So he's 24 years old. Yeah, he's 24 here. And he's younger than my son, and that's crazy that he's got such stage presence and confidence and such a great voice, so why not? But yeah, let's carry on.
Come on, baby.
Oh, I like that.
What?
It does look like he's on something here. Now, whatever that may be, but he does. But for saying that, he's giving a stunning performance. It just feels like he's a little out of it here. I was noticing the guitars in the background then were just so different. They had an almost Indian feel to that. You know, the Indian music on the sitars. It had almost that feel to it as well. Every time I hear 60s music, you just know it's 60s, and it's so experimental. And when you feel the difference from 1950s and the music then and rock and roll, it was, I suppose every kind of decade has its own, doesn't it? I was thinking that from the difference between the 50s and 60s, but even maybe more of a difference, I think, than difference from the 30s to 40s, because the 30s and you were, or the 40s to 50s rather, 40s you were still having the swing era, and getting that big band jazzy sound moving into rock and roll. You kind of see that, but this rock and roll to this is quite a jump. It's quite a big change, and you can see how experimental it feels and how different it feels. But I'm loving it. Now wake up, Jim, wake up. Let's have a quick nap.
And we were in this house, and there was a sound like silverware being dropped on linoleum, and then somebody ran through the room and they said, "Have you seen the accident outside?" And everybody said, "Hey man, have you seen the accident outside?" Have you seen the accident outside? 7 people took a ride. 6 bachelors and their bride. 7 people took a ride. Don't let me die in an automobile. I wanna lie in an open field. I want the snakes to suck my skin.
Ooh.
Want the worms to be my friends. Want the birds to eat my eyes. As here I lie, the clouds lie by.
That's quite a very graphic image there, but yeah. Well, he didn't die in an automobile accident, bless him. But yeah, lyrics bit dark, mate, bit dark, but also actually quite nice. The lying in the field in the with the clouds and in the sky, and that's quite a nice thought. But I don't know about the birds taking your eyes. That's not so good. So creepy with the eyes. I don't like it.
Ode to a grasshopper. I think I'll open a little shop, a little place where they sell things, and I think I'll call it Grasshopper. I'll have a big green grasshopper out there. Have you seen my grasshopper, Mama? Looking real good. Uh-oh, I blew it. It's a moth. That's all right. He ain't got long to go. So we'll forgive him. Ensenada, the dog crucifix, the dead seal, ghosts of the dead car's son. Stop the car! I'm getting out! I can't take it. Hey, look out. There's somebody coming, and there's nothing you can do about it. The killer awoke before dawn. He put his boots on.
Jumping about a bit.
Face from the ancient gallery, and he walked on down the hallway, baby.
Wow.
Came to a door. He looked inside. Father, yes, son, I want to kill you.
Ooh.
Mother,
Just sitting here wondering how much of this is actually ad-libbed. I'll have to listen to the studio version just to see what he's ad-libbing and what is actually there, because you can't really tell. He just sounds like he's ad-libbing all of it, which I don't think will be the case. But I was going to say mesmerizing as well. I'm just like find myself completely like focusing on him and what he's saying, and he's jumping about on topics. It's unusual, interesting, and I'm loving that music. And when that kicked in just now, I thought it was going to blow my ears off, but that was brilliant. And I'm glad I've got the visualizer, the waveform going, because seeing that percussion hit and having that bounce on the screen, that I thought I quite like that. Anyway, I'll shut up.
Come on, baby, take a chance with us. Come on, baby, take a chance with us. Come on, baby, take a chance with us. Meet me at the back of the blue bus. Meet me at the back of the blue bus. Tuna, blue rock on a blue bus. Tuna, blue rock on a blue bus. Come on.
I like that bit. Whew. I thought that was building to the end then, but we're carrying on. We're still going. I said this song's 11 minutes. It's over 15 minutes on the live version.
This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend. Hurts to set you free, but you'll never follow me. The end of laughter and soft lies. The end of night
Well, that was a ride, wasn't it? That was a ride. Whew. Okay. Blimey, governor. Wow. Just going to line that up for the next one. Over there, but we've got one over here next. That was just... I'm interested to hear the studio. Now, it's 11 minutes, the studio version, so he's embellished it a bit in this live version, but not a lot, so I'm expecting it to sound quite the same, I guess. Excuse me. My cough's not been too bad so far. Fingers crossed we'll keep going. Otherwise, I might have to have a throat pastel, so there will be some chewing, which I think somebody objected to, saying that I'd fired the video up and then the recording up and then started chewing straight away. Well, anyone watching this is the reason why. I've been struggling with a cough for quite a long time now, for over a month, and it's not feeling too bad at the moment, but the more I talk through this, the more I might get to the point where I need to have one, but I'm going to try not to. I enjoyed that, and I was thinking while we were watching it, it's the first time I've heard them live. I've seen them live. I've only ever heard them on the radio, so I've never actually seen them perform. I don't think so. That was cool. That was cool to watch. I'm going to move on to the next one. As I said, I don't know let me know if you know if this is taken from his poetry and then they set it to music, and who writes the music. So I'm assuming it's his lyrics, given that he is a poet. But let me know, folks. I'm interested. So the next album that came out in '67, January '67 was this album, The Doors, and then December '67 was Strange Days. And I'm going to listen to Love Me Two Times, which hit number 25 in the US. So we're going to switch over. So bear with me, because we're going to switch over to the side monitor, switch monitors, and switch songs to song 2. Love Me Two Times from Strange Days album, 1967. I don't even know how long this one is. This is a normal length one. This is 3 minutes, so this is going to be a long video. I'm sorry about that, but it is going to be a long one. Okay, folks, let's give this one a go. I don't think I've heard it. Again, I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out if it's familiar or not. I'm not sure if this is a live performance or if this is a... Well, this is from their channel, so I'm hoping I don't get clobbered for this, but we'll see. Here we go. Ooh, that's a bit bluesy feel to it.
Love me 2 times, babe. Love me twice today.
I haven't heard it.
Love me 2 times, baby. I'm gone away. Love me 2 times, yeah. One for tomorrow, one just for today.
Ooh.
Love me 2 times, I'm gone away.
That bit sounded familiar. Those last 2 lines sounded a bit familiar, but I don't think I've heard this. If I have heard it, it's only been a small piece, like that little bit there, and I've never heard it all the way through. I didn't recognise the beginning, but that sounded a little bit familiar. I don't know why. Anyway.
Love me 1 time, babe. Could not speak. 1 time, baby.
Oh, I'm liking this.
But love me 2 times, yeah. Last me all through the week. Love me 2 times, I'm gone away.
like in the sides in brackets.
Love me one time, babe. I could not speak. Love me one time, baby. Yeah, my knees got weak. But love me two time, girl. Last me out through the week. Love me two time, I'm gone away. Love me two time, babe. Love me twice today. Love me two time, babe. I'm gone away. Love me two time, yeah. What for tomorrow? What just for today? Love me two time. I'm gone away. Love me two time. Gone away. Love me two times. I'm gone away.
I couldn't find anywhere to stop through that. I wanted to just listen to it. That was very catchy beat, and I'm liking his voice is great because he has that lovely clear tones, and then he's got that rasp, and I'm liking that rasp, and I'm liking that blues. That's awesome, the blues. I love blues music. Well, I've got to listen to some more. Give me some suggestions for some blues. I was listening to a Seasick Steve number the other day while I was just doing some bits and bobs on the channel, and that was fun. Let me just do that and switch this over, ready for the next one. That side. Yeah, I like that a lot. That was very catchy, and I don't know why I recognised it, but I don't know if it is because it's this song, that little bit where the you had the bum bum bum, and then the next two lines I recognise, but I don't know if that is because I recognise that from this song or whether it's something similar. Because listening to it, I thought, hang on a minute, I don't know if that is that or it's reminding me of something else that's kind of similar to that. And I think it is something else, but I hadn't heard that. I loved it. It was great. I like that bluesy feel to it. And the rasp going on. That was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. Let me know if there's any blues numbers, if there's any other doors that I should be listening to once you've heard the next three, and see what you think, and let me know if you think I should be listening to any others. And I will hopefully come back and listen to some, and I want to do that with any of the deep dives I do. I'd like to incorporate those bands into my list, and add some more songs. I'm loving what we're reacting to, but I'd like to react to some older bands that are no longer with us, or that are just a few decades old, that I can go back to and revisit, or just hear for the first time. We were going through our record deck. We've been changing things around in our extension, just because that's where we have our music set up, and we've just got a decent amp now and speakers for the record deck, and we've going through some of the music there, and I'm like, I've got these albums that John's had for years, or he's got here, from here, there and everywhere, of stuff that I've never heard. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to listen to a couple of bands that I'd never heard before. So that was cool. So I kind of want to get into some of those rock and hair metal and just bands back from the 60s, 70s. That would be cool too, which is why I picked the Doors, because you're so familiar with them, but you just haven't heard anything other than the main kind of hits. And they've put out quite a lot, really, given it's excuse me, given that they were only a quartet for a short time. They've had a huge influence for that in that short time. Okay, so the next one, I've got to go back in here, and we've got to switch it back out to this one, and we're on song 3. and it's Touch Me. This is their album from 1969, Soft Parade. This hit number 3 in the US, but it didn't chart in the UK. It came out in 69 in the UK, I should put. January 69 in the UK, the album came out. Yeah, number 3 in the US, didn't chart in the UK. But this is one of like the top 10 songs now that have been listened to. It's crazy that it took some time for them to become appreciated more, I guess, and really hit it big in later years. But it shows what an influence they had. So yeah, I'm on the wrong screen. I should be on this screen. I've gone mixed up. So it should be this one next, not that one. Wait a second. Yeah, I'm on the right screen there, but I am back on the overhead and I've got the wrong one showing. Can't get the staff. I've jumped one, haven't I? Yes, I have. Let's get back on this screen. And we should be on that one. That's better. Touch Me. I'll get there. Here we go. I'm doing this in one. I'm not cutting anything. We're doing one through as though we're live. And we can't then just change anything. Unless, of course, I get copyright struck and then I'm going to have to fiddle about with the screen and cover it up a bit more and try again. So, okay. Touch Me from the Soft Parade album 1969. Let's go. Oh, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Doors.
It's the very formal introductions that get me. And it's amazing how much keyboard's being used, isn't it? You just don't get that in modern music very much. And not keyboards particularly. You get synths still. But again, it's nice to see how things change. And I'm loving the amount of percussion a lot of these bands use in the 60s as well. They add a bit of everything in. And I heard one the other day with the guy yodeling. That was just crazy. So it's just interesting to me what instruments were popular and what was used and how it changes over time. Anyway, sorry, let's carry on.
Come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made? I'm gonna love you.
Oh, got strings as well.
Till the heaven stops the rain.
This is unusual. This isn't what I expected. It started off as what I expected in a way from them, but now we've gone into a full-on orchestra. We've got violins, we've got saxophones, we've got trumpets and trombones, and it sounds. Do I want to say mainstream? For the it doesn't sound like. It's surprising. That's all I've got to say. I wasn't expecting it. It's more like you've got some singer of the day, like you. Oh, I don't know who was around in the 60s. Do you know what I mean though? I'm just trying to think of some of the singers that were out there, but it sounds more mainstream and less rock and roll, and I wasn't expecting this.
I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky.
Lovely voice.
For you and I. Yeah!
Wow, it's just.
Touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made? love you till the heaven stops the rain. I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky. For you and I.
I'm just in shock. That's just thrown me completely. I wasn't expecting that. That doesn't sound. I mean, he had a little bit of rasp at times, but he has such a beautiful voice. But it sounds more like, it's not crooning, but you know what I mean. It's oh my God, who am I thinking of? Oh, I can't think of names. I'm getting old. But it doesn't. It just sounds like one of the male vocalists of the day, just singing mainstream, easy listening music with his voice there. And then, great. I love the solo by the sax, but it's a weird mix of jazzy, easy listening, and a bit of experimental rock going on. It's weird. Unusual. I quite liked it, and his voice was lovely, but I just wasn't expecting that at all. What did you guys think? Have you heard that one before? What did you think of that? Have they done any more like that? That's unusual. I don't think the next two are going to be like that. They might be, but I don't think they are. All right, okay, I'm going to just get set up for the last couple. That one's ready to go in a minute. But we're back over this side now. And we're jumping to 1970. Not really a big jump, is it? I mean, when I did Depeche Mode, I was jumping decades to get all the songs, whereas now I'm just jumping a year or two here and there. So this is Morrison Hotel album, and it's Roadhouse Blues, which was the B-side to You Make Me Real. Album came out in June 1970, but didn't make the top 40 in the UK, so it didn't get anywhere. Obviously didn't hit the UK until a lot later. Why not, we say. Okay, so I'm going to switch to song 4, and we're going to switch to the side monitor. Here we go. Roadhouse Blues. Somebody has put this together from Live in New York 1970. I think it's the next one that's like a compilation of clips and photos and stuff. So, but this one is from New York 1970, when the album came out. Let's go, shall we? Come over here and get some sound on. Starting to cough, not good.
Hi, how you doing, man?
Quality's not fantastic on this, but
Looking good.
it was the best I could find.
Everything is fucked up as usual. You know?
Ooh. Oh yes. to stop it because I'm not going to get a chance to. Am I going to come back a bit? Roll Baby Roll, when it kicks into that bit, that sounded familiar, but I haven't heard this all the way through. I think again I've heard a little bit of this. It must have, maybe I've heard the whole lot, but it hasn't stuck with me because it was so long ago. But Roll Baby Roll All Night Long, that little bit there sounded very familiar. But otherwise, I haven't heard this, but I'm loving it. This is real full on. This is blues. I love the blues. And gritty, and I'm loving his voice. And I'm thinking, oh, how cool and how good were these people? How good were these groups that were live and could sing like that? Awesome voice live. Just awesome. An awesome performer, and you can see the crowd going mental trying to get on the stage. It's crazy, but I'm loving this. This is really good.
Lady, Ashen lady, give up your vows, give up your vows, save our city, save our city right now. Yeah, I woke up this morning, I got myself a beer. When I woke up this morning, I got myself a beer. Future sunset and the end is always near. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll all night long.
Wow, that was cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, only that one little bit familiar again, but I just watching them trying to grab him when he's signing autographs, and it's just oh, I'd hate it. Somebody grabbing your hair and stuff. But yeah, that was awesome. That must have been something to be at that concert. I don't do concerts anymore. I don't like crowds of people. So I went to some back in the day when I was younger, when I was a teenager, but not anymore. But that was awesome watching that. Just to, you feel like you're transported back. You've got a bit of the atmosphere. Obviously, you haven't got the atmosphere of actually being there. That was brilliant. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. So one more to go, folks. One more to go, and this one is, you've probably seen it because it's popped up on the screen enough. This is from 1971, and this is from their album LA Woman that came out in April 1971 and hit number 28 in the UK. So it got into the UK charts, but yeah, about bloody time. And this is the title track. This is LA Woman that we're going to listen to. I'm going to switch back over, and we're going to go back to the overhead monitor, and we're going to go back to song 5, LA Woman. And we're going to give this one a listen. And this is the last one. I don't know how long this video has been going, actually. I don't know how long we're doing, but it's going to be another long one, but who cares? Who cares? I'm enjoying this. This is cool. Having a chance to actually get in there and listen. And doing it on one video rather than saying, right, I'm going to visit a band and we're going to do a week's worth of songs. So that would be the 5 tracks. But yeah, then you've got the same band every day. Whereas this, you get it all in one go, and then you can get back to other stuff as well, which is cool. So I like doing these. These are fun, and I will put timestamps in so you can skip and jump through. But I hope you listen to me talk as well, and you kind of hear my opinions, and you can give your opinions to that. That's always cool. Okay. Anyway, I'll shut up. Let's go. LA Woman. I don't recognise the name. Do I know the music? I don't know. We will find out, won't we? Here we go. This is a combination of clips, I think it said. Clips and imagery and that, just so, because it was difficult finding anything where there was actually a live performance of this. So it is clips.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special bulletin. Rock music fans all over the world are in mourning today. Jim Morrison, lead singer of the Doors,
Oh.
was found dead in his Paris apartment this morning. French authorities attribute the cause of death to a heart attack. Morrison was...
Oh, okay. We're not going to listen to us. Bless him. Steve McQueen. It sounds familiar. It does sound familiar. The do 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 bit and that bit around there, that sounded familiar. Again, I don't think I've heard this all the way through though, or I've heard it and I just wasn't paying attention. But it would have been a long time ago. A long time ago, back in the day. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's good. I'm just getting intrigued by all the clips, and I was just sitting there thinking, cars were so much cooler. They looked so much cooler. They were so sexy. And today, all cars look the same, which is why we always like get drawn to the cars that look a little bit different, at least. But they're not as sexy as the cars from the 60s.
Katrina moved from glad to sadness.
Oh dear.
Mr. Mojo rising. Mr. Mojo rising. Mr. Mojo rising. Mr. Mojo rising. Got to keep on rising. Mr. Mojo Well, she got in a down about an hour ago. Took a look around, they went with a wind blow. With a little girl in a Hollywood bungalow. Oh, you a lucky little lady in the city of light. Oh, no, don't think you're city of night. City of night. City of night. City of night. Wow. Wow.
I like the little clips of Steve McQueen in there. His voice again. It's the rasping, and he's just and the little screams he does. It's awesome. Awesome. Ship of Fools. I've not heard of that one. Definitely got to be more. We're gonna have to do some more Doors. I'm just loving. I'm loving the bluesy ones. That guitar there, it was such an upbeat, but the guitar was quite chill in a way. It was quite a kind of. It wasn't frantic. It was really cool, and I've heard that. Excuse me, Robbie Krieger is like one of the top 100 guitarists, and I do like what he comes out with on that guitar, what he can make it do, because it can be really weird, and then it can be sort of really melodic and chill. That was quite a chill, even though the pace was getting faster. I really liked that, and it was kind of cool seeing the clips and just thinking, I think things used to be better years ago in some respects. In some respects, not in all, but I think probably rose tinted glasses play a part in that as well. But well, we've reached the end. We've reached the end of our little deep dive into the Doors, but I would like to do more songs from them going forward, here and there, chuck one in here and there. So if anybody's got any requests that they think I should have listened to, and I didn't, then let me know. I think that was a kind of cool selection. We had a few bluesy ones, but I think the weirdest one for me, which one was it? Was it the Touch Me one? I think that was kind of. Was it straight or was it Love Me Two Times? I can't remember. It was the Touch Me, I think. Yes, it was the middle one, the third one that I wasn't expecting. That was more like a mainstream, easy listening in a way. I wasn't expecting it at all. That was kind of cool though. I liked them all though, but yeah, these last two bluesy ones, Roadhouse Blues and LA Woman, awesome. I loved it. What did you guys think? What bands do you think I should deep dive on? I don't want to do what bands that I've never heard of. I want to do sort of bands that have been around for years and years and years. That's what I'm kind of looking for these deep dives. Because we are checking out other bands that people are mentioning that are around today and are fairly fresh, sort of in the last 10 years or so. But I want to go back a bit further for these deep dives. So we've done something from really, they're just hitting the 70s, but 60s, 70s band, another 60s band, another 80s band. Let me know. My voice is starting to go, so this is a good time to wrap up. I made it through without a throat sweet. I'm starting to get a bit coffee now, but I enjoyed that a lot, guys. I hope you did too. And there will be more. There'll be another one. There'll be another deep dive in the coming weeks. I haven't picked a band yet, so if you've got any suggestions, let me know and I'll have a think. And yeah, I'll start having a little think about it. I like to sit and think and ruminate before I go deep diving in, looking for info and choosing some songs. So, excuse me, blimey, I thought I had enough sleep last night. Anyway, guys, thank you so much if you've made it this far through. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back soon, back to normal transmission from tomorrow. Have a good weekend, because this is coming out on a Friday, and I will see you soon. Be good. If you can't be good, be careful. Take care. Bye for now.